Hello, here you are in the Nakisa HR Suite Administrator Training. Please note this video is part of a series of training videos that we have created to enable our clients to be proficient in the admin console of the Nakisa HR Suite. This video consists of three topics, which include configuring additional application languages, configuring effective dates, and modifying PDF export and print settings. Let's go over the three objectives of the video. The first objective is to quickly showcase how to enable additional languages for your users. Nakisa HR Suite can be accessed by users in any of the following languages once enabled, which include English, French, Spanish, German, and Portuguese. Please note, Nakisa HR Suite cannot translate your data, so your data will only appear in the language in which it was uploaded. If users access Nakisa HR Suite in French, but your data was uploaded in English, those users will see the data in English. But again, the fields caption will be changed, but then the other elements within the Nakisa HR Suite will be modified to French. The second objective is to showcase how to add additional chart effective dates for your users. To provide some context, Nakisa HR Suite allows authorized users to compare the structure and analytics for your organization based on past, present, and future snapshots of your company data using the effective date functionality. The administrators can establish set intervals for these effective dates using the admin panel. And the third objective is to showcase how to enable additional paper sizes for orgchart PDF exports. Let's look into the first objective, which is enabling additional languages. Let's say the HRBP has asked you to enable the French profile language in Nakisa HR Suite, as the application can be made available in French so that the French-speaking users can access the solution. What you see on the left-hand side is the application landing page in English, and the image on the right-hand side is the application page in French. The users can use the profile button at the top right corner of the landing page to switch between the different application profile languages. Now let's jump into the application and see how to enable the French profile language. From the admin section of the Nakisa HR Suite, let me select application settings dropdown. So within the application settings dropdown, let me select general settings. Under the general settings page, I would need to select localization settings section. Within the localization settings section, I have the languages option where I can go ahead and enable different languages. Now, to achieve my objective, which is to enable the French profile language, let me turn on this checkbox and then let me hit save. So enabling French language allows the front-end users of the application to choose French as their profile language. Once the French language is set by the front-end users, the application can be viewed in French. Also, please note the field captions will have to be modified in French as well. Do watch the modifying field captions video content to learn more about it. Let's look into the second objective, which is adding additional effective dates. Let's assume a scenario where the HRBP has asked you to configure 6 effective dates in the past and 4 effective dates in the future with a quarterly interval, so that the application provides insights into the organization's past, present, and future, which in turn helps with key decisions for the HR teams. Please note, selecting an effective date determines which slice of data appears in your charts, scenarios, and trends, because the only data in your chart will be those that are applicable for the selected date. The image that you see on the left-hand side is the org chart based on the past date, which is 1st March 2022. And the image on the right-hand side is the org chart based on the date, which is 1st Jan 2023. Now let's jump into the admin console and see how to configure additional effective dates. From the admin section, let me select application settings. Within the application settings dropdown, Let me select the general settings. Within the general settings page, I would need to select the effective date settings section. So within the effective date settings section, I would need to key in the configuration for the effective dates. So going back to our objective, which is to have 6 effective dates in the past, 4 effective dates in the future within quarterly time interval. So under the effective date interval settings, let me select the quarterly interval. So selecting monthly, quarterly, or annually from the drop-down menu determines the intervals for the slices of data that can be selected by the business users. And then the number of data points in the past that are required are 6 effective dates, and the number of data points in the future are 4. And then we would need to key in the present date indexing frequency, which is uh, basically the indexing frequency to determine how often the data will be automatically indexed and saved. So for the present data indexing frequency, it will be the cron job is entered to reflect the 1 a.m. of every day. And for the past state indexing frequency, the cron job is entered to make sure that the past data is indexed once in every 3 months. Similarly, for the future date indexing frequency, the cron job is entered to reflect the indexing to happen on the first day of every month. So after you key in the configuration, you can hit save, and then the effective dates starts to appear for your front-end application users. Now let's look into the third objective of this training video, which is enabling additional paper sizes for orgchart PDF exports. Let's say the HRBP has asked you to enable A3, A4, and tabloid paper sizes for the PDF orgchart exports, as these are the standard page sizes used in the organization as part of the process, allowing the users to export the orgcharts in the approved page dimensions. What you see on the left-hand side is the export to PDF pop-up with limited page size options. And the image on the right-hand side does contain the additional page size options, which is A3, A4, and tabloid. Now let's jump into the admin console and see how to enable additional page sizes for org-chart exports. From the admin section, again, let me select application settings and then the general settings option. So within the general settings page, I would need to select the export to PDF settings. So under the export to PDF settings, let me now enable the A3, A4, and tabloid checkboxes. And then you can also enable or enter the numeric values in PDF expand level settings for the first through fifth choices of expansion. This will populate the drop-down list of choices available to users who want to print their charts to PDF, and they'll be able to select from the values you enter here. And then once you hit save, these paper sizes will start to appear for the users in the front end. To summarize, in this training video, we've seen how to enable additional languages such as French. And then we've also seen how to add additional effective dates for viewing the slices of data for the past, present, and future. And we've also seen lastly how to enable additional paper sizes for org chart PDF exports. Thank you.